I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd. We have a new Ninja Turtles trailer, everybody. A brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie trailer is out. The first thing I noticed about this movie trailer, it is all about the Turtles. We have complained up to this point that it's all April O'Neil and William Fichtner and then Turtles just kind of show up every once in a while, but this trailer is like, look, there are Ninja Turtles in this movie. We just want to remind everybody that this is a movie about the Turtles. They do exist in the movie. Here they are doing a bunch of Turtle stuff. And that's good. Thank you. Thank you for showing Ninja Turtles in a Ninja Turtles movie trailer. Like, who would have thought? The thing starts off in a subway. The Foot Clan are holding a bunch of people hostage, and we learn right off the bat the Foot Clan are pretty much terrorists. They have guns, they have explosives, they're holding people hostage. Okay, I mean, they could have just been ninjas. Why'd you give them guns? This is one of the few times we have a series with heroes and villains that don't have a lot of guns, and you added guns. Come on, man. Foot Clan don't need that because I want to see fights between the Turtles and the Foot Clan. I want to see up close punching and kicking. Now it's just going to be a bunch of soldiers from a distance camping, shooting at them. This ain't Call a Turtle. But we do see those Ninja Turtles fight in this scene. They're hiding in the shadows as usual, but they're going crazy. There's even one scene where one of the Turtles tosses a Foot Clan soldier into a moving subway. I was like, wow, that's like Def Jam Fight for New York right there. Like, all right, I like this. We're actually hearing dialogue from the Turtles. We're getting to see them interact with each other and talk. It starts off with a very kind of dorky voice, like, you're a Foot Clan in the perimeter. I'm sure that was Donatello. There seems to be a leadery, kind of sounds like Johnny Knoxville voice. We did see Michelangelo talk on camera. And then there's Raphael. Raphael seems to have this semi-gruff, semi-black voice. There's one point where he just goes, "This is our city! That's what I'm talking about!" We don't see his face saying it, but I'm assuming that was him, just judging from the voices of the other Turtles. And alright, I guess Raphael's a brother. Rafi's gonna be a bro. Well, he's got the do-rag and he's got the shade, so I guess it makes sense. So they beat up the Foot Clan in the subway, save the hostages, go up on a rooftop and celebrate. April O'Neil, of course, is one of the hostages and sees what's going on. Apparently she's the only person that saw the giant, huge silhouettes of the giant mutant Ninja Turtles. She goes up on the rooftop to see what they're doing, takes a picture. They notice, camera phone. And they basically Black Snake Mona just throws a chain out, just grabs her, flips her onto the rooftop and then gets in front of her. Raphael is like staring down, give me the camera. And then one of the other Turtles jokes like, oh, listen to Raph using his Batman voice. And then Michelangelo does a joke a little bit later about, we'll find you. What was that, too creepy? That was too creepy. This made me realize, oh, the Turtles are gonna have a little bit of personality. They're jokesters. They're doing jokes. They're doing their one-liners and stuff like that. Okay. I didn't know because from the looks of them, they looked all serious and brooding and large. Large! So I didn't know if they were just gonna be serious the whole time, just talking a bunch of just straight up generic superhero lines. But from this, it looks like that they're gonna be telling the jokes, which is great. All the more reason why it's a little jarring sometimes to see them look so huge and serious and crazy face. It's just like, well, now they're gonna be jokesters. You could have basically brightened them up a little bit then. It's gonna be weird to see them looking like these dark, brooding turtles, but then they're gonna have like the comical cartoon style of dialogue. It's like, make it match. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Help me out here. I was looking at their faces, because you do that, and freaked me out a little bit. Them lips, still can't get over them. But is it just me, or does it seem like their noses are a little bit different? I mean, I swear I was looking at their noses, and it looks to me like their noses changed. I went back and watched the first trailer after watching this trailer and looked directly at their noses. And it looked like in the past trailers and pictures, it looked like they had like little pug noses, little pug human noses, nostrils in the middle, like normal. But it seemed like Leonardo and Michelangelo specifically, it seemed like that their noses were now like a little bit wider. They kind of came out a little bit more like that. And then the nostrils, instead of being right in the center, they were like on the edge. It was almost like one nostril's over here, one's over here, and they were a little bit wider nose. Let me know if you think that that's the truth. Let me know if you think that they got nose jobs. I cannot believe I am spending my time sitting here looking at Ninja Turtle noses. Hey, I call it like I see it. So at this point, we've had mostly Turtle dialogue. We get the April O'Neil faint again, and then we hear Splinter talking. He's basically like, look, Turtles, I have trained you guys to fight, but you about to fight something I don't think you're ready for, the Shredder. Now here's where it gets interesting. So we get a shot of William Fichtner, and we get a shot of the Shredder. But in between those two shots, we see William Fichtner talking to a shadowy figure about the Shredder armor. If this trailer is trying to say what I think it's trying to say, William Fichtner may not be the Shredder in this thing. According to this clip, this specific clip, William Fichtner is not Shredder. There is another person who I'm assuming is Orokusaki. We don't really see his face because he's just standing in a shadow. It's like he found the one shadow in the room to be like, oh, this is good, this is good. Can't see my face. Yep, oh, there we go, perfect. It seems like this guy is Shredder. I'm assuming he's Orokusaki. So if that is true, then whoa, that is a game changer, because up to this point, we have all assumed, pretty much based on what we've been told. I mean, I was trying to go back and think, did they officially say that William Fichtner was Shredder? I'm pretty sure that they did. I know the Johnny Knoxville thing has been a rumor. They have not confirmed or denied that, but pretty sure they said, pretty sure he said even, William Fichtner is Shredder, but who knows at this point? It's been so long. It's been a process. Wow, that is huge if that's happened. Now, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Let's be real. Let's real talk, okay? When you see the Shredder armor, obviously the face is covered. Can't see who the Shredder is. William Fichtner, up to this point, we thought was Shredder. Now we're seeing this shadowy figure that could be Shredder. Now, we do know this movie went through a couple of reshoots, had some things changed, script changes and whatnot. Would not surprise me if they originally did have Eric Sachs, William Fichtner's character, be Shredder, and then was like, you know what? Fanboys are getting a little upset. Why don't we just throw an extra couple scenes where we just add a new character that's now actually Shredder and just say William Fichtner is working for him? If we have Shredder, if we have Orokusaki, then why is William Fichtner here? Like, what is his point? What, you know? I'm really curious of how this plays out. Is this guy Shredder? Is he Shredder the entire time? Is Eric Sachs ever Shredder? Does he like pose as Shredder first until the real Shredder shows up? Does something happen to the original Shredder and then he takes over? I still feel like there could be the possibility of him getting inside that suit, but it is very clear that there is someone else, and I'm guessing that someone else is the Shredder, and that William Fichtner is not the Shredder. Wow. That's something. Now let's talk about the Shredder. Okay, you remember the Wolverine when they had the Silver Samurai who was supposed to be a person, but it ended up being a person inside of a giant robot suit that looked like a samurai? That's kind of what we get with the Shredder. You know, William Fichtner is talking to the shadowy figure. Can you see me? Can you see me? Am I in the shadow? Okay, perfect. Out of the shadows. He's talking to him about upgrading his Shredder armor, and then we see Shredder come out. And when Shredder first shows up, I will be real, I was liking it. I was like, he got like the skeleton face on him. Skeletor! A Skeletor and Shredder have joined forces and faces. He looks like a badass, scary Shredder. And then a blade comes out and you're like, okay, that was interesting. You're Wolverine now, but whatever. And he does it again on his other arm. You're like, okay, all right, that's cool. you can stop now. He does it again. And then it's just like humongous stacks of blades. You're like a kitchen utensil now. You are a Shredder. When did you become Edward Shredder Hands? What happened right here? It was like you had a good suit. You were done, but someone just was like, more blades, more. Do, re, yeegot. I'm Shredder and I'm fabulous. And if that weren't enough, he's all like, you know, these extra blades, I can shoot these. Look at that. I can shoot these blades out at your Splinter, and then them blades come back to me, boomerang style. It's like I got the boomerang power from Super Mario Brothers Mario Kart. What are you doing? You didn't have to do that. I mean, I'm not upset. I'm not gonna be like, boo, whatever. I'm gonna be in the theater going, Splinter, look out for the blades. But I'm not gonna do that. That is stereotypical. I'm not gonna talk in a movie theater. Okay, yeah, you did it, but you didn't have to. No one at all asked for you to go crazy Robo Shredder on this. You could have just had a Shredder, because he looks menacing. That face is menacing. That outfit is menacing. The extra blades is too much. Can you just take go put the Shredder in Photoshop and just get your eraser tool and just wipe that off? Then we get some indication that some of the turtles get captured. Raphael even in close-up is like, I gotta save my brother. So there may be some kind of rescue mission. Maybe Raphael has to save the other turtles. That would be pretty awesome. We even get a little bit of Splinter. We're mostly still seeing his back, but we get a little bit of him down on the ground. He looks all sad because he's got rocks on top of him because he's been fighting the Shredder. And you're like, oh, Splinter, no. And then we get basically what I have been asking from this movie since day one when they've been making these trailers. We get a montage of action scenes. Thank God. We just get 30 seconds of just turtles doing turtle stuff, riding skateboards, fighting, jumping off of things, taking down the Foot Clan, going crazy. We got a soundtrack pumping in the back, which sounds like a mix of Bangarang and that song from the Mortal Kombat soundtrack. You know, they made that soundtrack for Mortal Kombat and it came out at the same time as the last game. fight. That's in it. You can even hear the fight in the trailer. So I was like, oh my god, I've heard that song. I love that song. Maybe this is a secret. Maybe Ninja Turtles are gonna be in Mortal Kombat. They had Freddy Krueger in the last one. What if this was their way of saying we might have some Ninja Turtles in Mortal Kombat? And these turtles I could totally see in Mortal Kombat because their faces. I'm sorry. I'm trying with them faces. And like I said, I think their noses are different, but them lips, when they move around, they don't bother me as much. Now that we're seeing them in action and not just standing, I can take it in, but it's still the problem what I have with the faces and also the extra pieces of flair. You could have gotten some really good expressions from the turtles. You know, these are CGI characters in this live action world. You're doing motion capture. This could have been a great way to make the turtles very expressive, but you've made them large, you made their heads small, and then you've added shades and puka shells and goggles and glasses on them, and it's just like, I want to see the faces, and then all they have is teeth. The CGI turtles in the Nickelodeon series feel a little bit more expressive in their faces, and that's done with TV animation. If they're running around, jumping, flipping, doing ninja kicks, jumping on trucks, getting hit by trucks, and stuff like that, that stuff's gonna fall off, okay? There's no way that a pair of shades is gonna stay on top of your head if you're like flying down in the air, grabbing April O'Neil, doing all these fights with all these, that stuff will be broken, okay? Those puka shells will be broken. I know that you wanna make them look distinct, look different, but again, like with the Shredder hands, just a little too much. You could cut back, you could have stopped. Quit while you're ahead. But I'm at least glad that we got some actual turtles fighting. That's what we've been wanting. But this was a pumped trailer. Like, this was like the summer movie trailer. Like, hey, this movie is coming. These turtles are gonna be all in your face. Let's go to the movies. Like, the other ones felt like just generic Dark Knight ripoff trailers, where this one felt like, okay, this is a Ninja Turtles movie. Here's some humor. Here's some action. It's very colorful. I will give them that. The colors are just like popping out. Even when they showed the shot of Vernon, I was like, man, someone really worked hard on the colors on this. The color correction is tight. Which I thought I'd never say about the movie. Man, Ninja Turtles, I don't know about how your turtles look, I don't know about the plot, but man, that color correction is tight! And more than that, that's that Vernon. That's that Vernon I love. Vernon Fenwick right there. That's you. You Vernon, son. And then it all ends with a joke, an inside joke, definitely wanting to, again, address to the fans. Vernon refers to them as aliens. He's like, so they're aliens, right? And Megan Fox O'Neil is basically just like, no, aliens, that's stupid. They're turtles. They're ninjas. They're basically telling us, no, they're not aliens, okay? You guys, you're talking about a thing that happened like a year ago. They're not aliens. How many times we gotta tell you, they're not aliens? Please come see this movie. They're not aliens, for the love of God. They're Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We even put Teenage Mutant back in the title, even though it's a smaller font than Ninja Turtles, so clearly we added it. But just please, they're not aliens. That was a cool idea. I think that was a great idea to do the inside joke. We got to see Whoopi Goldberg as Bernadette, so that was really cool. Good joke. Bad delivery though. Oh my god. That's stupid. They're turtles. They're ninjas. This is definitely my favorite of the trailers. This is the best trailer because it's all about the turtles, which is what I've just been saying. To have a Ninja Turtles trailer, the turtles shouldn't show up for 10 seconds of the trailer. They need to be front and center, and that's what I liked about this. Am I feeling better about this movie? You know, seeing action, hearing that soundtrack got me a little bit more pumped. Two things. There's two major concerns. They're just general overall themes. First off, we know that there's been some script changes. We know that there's been some reshoots. So what I'm hoping is that these things have helped and not hurt. Even the turtles themselves, the fact that they look super serious, but then are kind of talking more like a comical style turtle, that feels like something they went back and changed because it's like, oh, hey, you know, Nickelodeon Movies is on the front of this trailer. We gotta not have it be too dark, tone it back. Oh, you might be aiming for PG-13. Maybe they wanna make it PG. It's still not rated. So I feel like there's tinkerings that's happening while the movie is going on, and sometimes that can work out for the better. Like I said, if this Shredder thing was added, and that helps us out for the better, that's good. But sometimes tinkering while the movie is going on can lead to a lot of plot holes, can lead to a lot of misstep. I'm hoping that that is not what happened here, but it's very clear with the aliens, their ninjas line, and Orokusaki Shadow Guy, and all this stuff. Definitely some things were altered or changed during the process of this movie. It may even happen in pre-production, but clearly some voices were heard, some things were changed. Way to go, griping on the internet works. We want to do a different take on the turtles. We want to do an original take. Here's the thing though, we've had so many original takes. The 80s cartoon, the 2000s cartoon, the Nickelodeon cartoon, the movies, the comic books, the freaking concert tour. They're all original takes of the Turtles. They all took the heart of the Brotherhood of the Turtles, the father-son relationship between the Turtles and Splinter, their relationship with April O'Neil, the Splinter versus Shredder relationship. All of that is the heart, and everyone's been able to take it their way. Robo Shredder and gigantic steroid turtles is not a take. That is a gimmick. That is a thing that you're doing for the movie. All the pieces of flair the turtles are wearing, that is just extra stuff to say out loud, look at us, we're different. But I'll accept it if the movie is a true original take, which means turtles are front and center. They're not sidekicks to the main celebrity stars that you got to play the human characters. That the turtles themselves are characters. They're not caricatures. That Splinter has a really deep dynamic with his sons. That Shredder is a menacing villain and has hatred towards Splinter. The mutagen ooze, where that came from, the story behind that. These are all the things that have been present in all forms of turtle history, in all forms of turtle variations. That's where you put your time into. Put your original take into that story, into that movie, doing it in a way that is respectful to the franchise and also brings something new to the table. That is how you do it. And if you do that with this movie, even with Robo Shredder, pieces of flair, black sounding turtles, just do a good, damn good, solid Ninja Turtle story and we'll be good. That's all I could ask for. All right, I talked enough about this trailer. What do you guys think? What did you think of the trailer? What did you think of the turtle voices? What did you think of the new action scenes? Did this trailer help you any more in liking or not liking this movie? And seriously, what do you guys think about this William Fichtner thing? Do you think he's Shredder? Were we all bamboozled from the start? Is this shadowy figure the new Shredder? Let me know what you think. Just let it all out. This is a therapy session, a turtle therapy session. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Audi 5000, chain chomp, yomp.